Welcome to the tutorial room. Chapter 3. Section 3.5. Multiplication of decimals. In this section, you'll learn how to multiply decimals. History. The Inca Indians of South America also used a base 10 numbering system. Incas used bundles of cords called quipus that had different kinds of knots to symbolize information and numbers. A quipu, which means knot in the language of Inca, had 4 types of cords and consisted of 3 to 2,000 cords of each. Unlike the Egyptians and Greeks, whose numbering system did not include the concept of place value, the type of knots and their spacing on the quipus determined the value of the digits, ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s, or 100,000s. The Inca Empire was vast and encompassed mountainous terrain, including all of modern Peru and parts of Bolivia, Chile, Ecuador, and Argentina. Inca engineering is legendary, and the empire, even without a written quipus, recorded information but could not be used for section. Multiplying decimals is as easy as multiplying whole numbers, except you have to determine the position of the decimal point using the sum of the decimal places in the factors being multiplied. To multiply decimal numbers, 1. Multiply the factors just like whole numbers. Disregard the decimal points and line up the factors from the right. Starting on the right, multiply each digit in the second factor by each digit in the first factor. Add the product. 2. To position the decimal point in the product, mark off decimal places from the right equal to the sum of the decimal places in the factors. Example 3.5.1. Find the product of 0.7293 times 100,000. When multiplying a number by a multiple of 10, just move the decimal point one space to the right for every zero. You may have to add zeros after the last digit. Example 3.5.2. Find the product of 2.15 times 3.6. Line up the factors from the right like this. Multiply 6 times 215 as whole numbers. Line up the product from the right like this. Multiply 3 times 215 as whole numbers. Line up the product under the tens column like this. Add the products like this. The first factor, 2.15, has 2 decimal places. The second factor, 3.6, has 1 decimal place. So we position the decimal point in the product 3 places, 2 plus 1, from the right. Example 3.5.3. Find the product of 9.683 times 6.1. Line up the factors from the right. Multiply each digit in the second factor by the first factor, like whole numbers. Add the products, and mark off decimal places equal to the sum of the decimal places in the factors, like this. Now try some practices. Excellent job! Yes, you are right. Yes, you are right.